Welcome back to the Hives vs Zombies, you beautiful people! And we have big plans for this episode. This episode is the episode where we start ye old ship, which I think is going to be quite a lot of fun. Will we hold? Well, we got a fairly good track record once we actually start the ship. The problem is just getting to starting the ship. It seems to be when we die. But as for plans, this wall needs to be reinforced like absolute crazy, because it is just going to end up getting pelted by 90mm, 6x24s, and then these which are 20x110s. So we're reinforcing that across there, whilst trying to keep away from the old kill zones because I find them a little bit cheap and boring. But unfortunately, these centipedes outrange our defences, and it costs a lot to get everything repaired and replaced. So this is what we're going to need to do, because once they come through there, pretty much everything down along this side can shoot them, and then a bunch of these turrets can, which will also force them this way, which means these turrets can shoot them, and then once they're around the corner, these ones will be able to shoot them as well. So all of a sudden, centipedes won't be quite as terrifying. Do you have a toxic fallout, which obviously is a little bit annoying, but I think that we hopefully should be fine. And just realised, completely over-designed this. Like, not necessary at all, the way that we've designed this. We literally can just go like this. And then just turrets into those sections, and it would have the same effect. So, let's do that. Copy those across. An infection has been prevented. Probably on one of the old animals. And then everything. Now let's change you out to the old ion charge, and that should be all the turrets sorted in that area, and this area super well defended. Now we did have a centipede decide to start tunneling through the base along here, so we've done a little bit of reworking, and we're going to sort this area here out, and then a little defensive setup across there, then probably an extra exterior wall with then interior defenses, so they go something like that. Still something that we're working towards, might take a little while, but that should stop anything coming through this section. This section, anything comes through, yeah, we're in trouble. Simple as that. But so far, nothing really has. And then when they do, there's only small numbers. And literally, Strike Team Beep goes out, solves it, and it's sorted. Struck some Jade early game that might have been useful. But right now, a bit beyond the old Jade tech. So, thinking we've got the turrets there. Actually need to take that corner out, because that was an embrasure, if I remember correctly. That comes across to here. This comes out there. Then that is going to be another plasteel auto door. Embrasures come that side, which means walls across here to come that way to force them onto the turrets, and then reinforced embrasures on this section as well. So that section should mainly be dealt with. Then if they come around there, they've got a second line of turrets to deal with. That will be the plan. It might take a little while to get to, but details, we will get there. Right, I think that is a good start. A whole bunch of construction, a whole bunch of planning. We'll probably get attacked at some point, but we're going to be able to repair the defences a lot quicker than we've been able to before, because we've got a lot more things in the situation that they need to be. I think that word's right. Or it might not. Omni drill's going in, so we've got almost all the resources we need there. All it is manpower. Now our hives are insanely overpoweredly broken, so that is awesome. Do need some more cortical stacks to get everyone backed up, because, well, we don't want to lose too many people. We are in a very good situation, so let's get on with this episode. Just throwing out there, might have miscalculated how long this is going to take, and it has taken a long time. So I think it's probably been about 10 minutes on, I guess, 18 times speed. And now we have a manhunting pack of bears coming in. And as we have said before, once you have a base that is set up to actually be able to fight, oh, not sure what happened there, zombies, well, then bears really can't do too much. But that being said, let's just get everyone ready. Let's send them out so they can go and fight them, because obviously if we can take them out quicker, then everything is going to carry on running quite nicely. Everyone on their big boy guns, let's go out, shoot up the bears. The bears will aggro onto us because we should be out in the open, I say, and they are going the other way. Fantastic, we'll just move along here, spread out, big old gun line, and then shoot down the bears. Now, I'm just throwing out there, if we have guns that can hunt centipedes, despite how big and scary bears are, I don't think we are actually going to have a massive problem. So a lot of the foundations are put in, all the steel's in, it's just bottlenecking on the granite blocks at the moment. We are producing them on 3 of the Omni drills. And yeah, look at all of that steel, 6,200 just there. Oh, my PC is not happy. Seriously not happy. Right, what can we do to clear everything up? We can move the chunks in. We're keeping the defoliator there. Actually, that being said, we probably should go and destroy that defoliator because we've got a sun blocker. So that'll work out quite well for us. Hopefully that gives the PC a little bit more grunt. Because if we start the ship in this episode when it's like this, I don't think it would actually be able to be watchable until we get off the planet. Now, what we got? Bears closing in. We've got some coming down here. Beckus. Yep. Manager saved your bacon. But what I do see is a whole lot of chem fuel, which is going to be quite nice. We could always use chem fuel. We're not even mad about that. So that is good. Won't come back as zombies, thankfully. And Terror. Change out to your sword and punch this thing to death. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Outer walls haven't been touched. Dug through here so we could have a rat run. Slowly getting there. Slowly being the key word. So, easiest way to think about it, and it's not exactly a perfect mathematical equation, but for every 3 blocks of granite, we get 4 walls. And we're making a lot of walls. So, this is going to take a little while. Not the end of the world, but just taking a bit longer than I thought it would. And then also those centipedes came in and caused a lot of damage, which all needs to be repaired as well. And Terra, one day you'll tear apart this defoliator ship. So might have found a slight problem with using all these mechanoid power cells. Turns out it gets super duper ridiculously hot. So that's 169 degrees in there, 170, 210 somewhere, 200 there. Yeah, so rather warm is how I describe that. And that bit there, 116. Now, I thought Umesh decided that he didn't have a bedroom, so he went to have a little cat nap. No, that wasn't the case. He passed out in the heat. So thankfully managed to catch it before he died off. And how do we solve this? If we come in cross here, re-wall, and then we chuck in embrasures in these sections, put that to the outside, and then it will count as outside temperature. Yeah, that is how we do it. Nice and simple. Should also help deter sappers. Not that they would actually be coming through this area, so I don't even know why I said that. Yeah, we are gravy. Let's go on the underside. And this should, as long as you take that one out, equalise all of the temperatures. So we won't have this issue anymore. And that looks like it's made out of steel. Cool, 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 cool. That's done, that's done. Let's do that there. And that's already done. Awesome. Yeah, that shouldn't take too long to do. Especially if I actually put that area there to be mined out. Otherwise, nothing's going to happen. And is that some plasteel? That is plasteel. Useful to know. Now, question. We need to figure out how we are going to retreat. Because this outer line isn't going to hold very long. It is such a poorly designed defensive setup that it will fall. And once it falls, it's going to fall very quickly, meaning that they're going to push through, hopefully through this section. But say if they come down here, then we need some place or some way to hold. And I'm thinking maybe recess the wall, embrasures, turrets, anything comes in gets shot. That's one idea. That could work. The ship's in a really awkward situation, but that's also partly because we have so many moisture pumps trying to clear out all of this dirt across here, which obviously is less than ideal. That's not something that we want. And then I think we'd also need another set of defensive lines in here, here, something ideally there, and then down and across. Now, problem with that is it requires a lot of power. And that's all under the assumption that nothing happens to the power cells. Because obviously we lose the power cells, we lose the power, turrets don't work. Or maybe I'm just over-engineering a problem. If we are proactive, this is set properly before everything kicks off, then maybe we don't have this issue. Or we might. Well, as with all things, one way to find out, right? Looks like we are finally starting to get somewhere. I am liking this. So once we actually have the resources, these hives build things insanely quickly. Which obviously for us is a very, very good thing. And also, another really good thing about construct carefully is when someone's building something, the second bit won't start until they predict the first one to be finished. So then that finishes and then they get bounced out. Whereas sometimes people be building things and then someone builds around them and then they get stuck in. Which is nice. We had to call in Polaris block a few times because we needed more mechanoid power cells. Because these turrets are very, very power hungry. Now, I wouldn't actually be like crazy power hungry, but it's 950 watts. Okay, so one turret, you know, somewhat demanding. But it is the amount of them we are going to need. So, yeah. Costs a fair bit, is how I describe that. And to stop things hiding around the corner, let's go sandbag it. Actually, tell you what. Sandbag across there, and then just in case anything goes wrong, all this section a few times. Alright. So this won't split things up coming in, but we're not worried about that because we have AoE weapons. So actually things grouping up together might be a bit of an advantage for us. Centipedes don't really group up in the same way, but if they do, that doesn't matter because there isn't that many of them. Ciphers, Lancers, yet again, doesn't really matter if they group up or not. And then Humies, if they group up, the best they could do is drop a shield. Then the iron rounds will take the shield down anyway, so yet again, nothing to worry about. But a big horde comes through, and then one of the 90mm high explosive anti-tank rounds comes in. That's a whole group of enemies dead. So for us, we like that. Walls are reinforced across there, we're reinforcing down here, tiling in here so we have a quicker rat run to get in and out. That turret isn't going to be able to do nout. So I'm guessing we come across yonder this way like so. Yeah, like that. No, that's going to do a massive amount for us. But it should mean that we can take this section out without a roof cave-in. Because the problem with the roof cave-ins is when they come down, if they land directly on top of one of your colonists, there is more than a fair chance that your colonist just disappears. So you can't use mech resurrector serums or anything to bring them back. Sometimes parts of their body get crushed and they die, and that's fine. We can deal with that. But an actual colonist just disappearing completely, that would be a big issue. Now, we still have lung rot in the sarcophagus, but do we really need him right now? I'm not too sure. If it comes to shove and then we need him, yeah, we'll bring him back. But right now, I am thinking that we're doing pretty well with the group that we got. And who are you guys? So the guys from the treaty. Oh, it's his birthday. Fair play, mate. Yeah, not too fast actually about all of that. This section's nearly done, which obviously is good for us. So anything comes and shoots through that section, well, then we're at least going to have some sort of defense. If they come through this wall, problematic. But to be fair, if we try to defend absolutely every location that the enemies can get round, we just have a turret on every part of the map. We'll deal with the issues when they come to them. So far, we know it tried to tunnel this way. This wall should discourage that, but if it does come through that wall and down, we have some turrets. If it comes through the back, yeah, less than ideal. But what we can do to try and help that is this. And then we extend these out again, like so. And then put walls in. And I'm thinking that that should be more than enough. Kind of just making things up now. But details. I got a feeling we're going to be in for a serious fight. But I'm liking it. I am liking it. And with the last Devil Strand sandbag placed, I think that this is about the best situation we're going to be in to start the shit. Are we ready? Now, it is a waiting game, and we have, should be 14.9 days, but details, 14 days to hold. This section is good. This will be alright. Sappers try to come through this section, we should be fine as well. Now, because we're being cheeky and we don't want to spend forever just building defences, let's just discourage them a little bit more by putting a couple walls and doors in. Cool, weak points seem to be set. That should do, and that will do there. Cool. Pretty much nothing should come through that way. Virtually nothing should come through this way. Things probably will still come that way, but we've already seen that we can go out on small hunting parties so long as we catch it early enough and take them out. Now, if it's centipedes coming across here, we got a few little rocky outcrops that we can dead screen in to get a better angle to take them out. Straight up fight, centipedes do us, but if we can get out, get our shots off before they can have their first volley, we can deal with them quite nicely. And yeah, they are making short work of this, which we are a-okay with. A bunch of very, very capable hives right now. That won't do anything. We've already seen that that's the bug ships are bugging out, so bugception, something like that. Cool, no need worries about that. Anything else we need to worry about on the map? Maybe we need a rat run to get in and out. I guess if there's a siege or something. Wait, what am I talking about, a siege? We have 4 mortars set up with incendiary, high explosive, EMP. They are in for a very, very bad time. Everyone is equipped with decent enough guns, so we are happy with that. We got a bunch of masterwork in storage when needed. We got a acceptable amount of granite chunks in storage, well, granite blocks. Then we got another, what, like 92 over here. And Termination Mech Hive Golf is coming in for the first round. And it looks like 3 centipedes. No, 3 inquisitors. Right, well, just throwing it out there. No point waiting. Yeah, straight away, right at the start, it's just like, kind of wish we had a door there. But we don't. Anything good across here? Ciphers, Lancers, Ibex, Doe died. That's because it got itself trapped in the artillery emplacement. Kind of sounds like a them problem if you ask me. We can take that out in the open. That is going to be fine. And where would we put the rat run? Maybe down here? Yeah, I think that's where the rat run needs to be. So come across like that. Then across. I've designed that wrong. Details. Anyway, we're shooting stuff. That is more interesting. Push up. Take these guys out. Hopefully that Lancer doesn't get the shot off and slot one of us. It's stunned. Easy. And then a couple more Inquisitors, so we pull back that way. Oh, it needs to come up by 2. That's why. Yeah, not all that scary when you have charge rifles to deal with them. Alright, Mech Hive Golf. Done. In the meantime, what we did do is we started playing around with this section. Not the best possible defensive setup. Actually, we just changed that there. Take that out. Take an embrasure, chuck that into that section. Then we go security. Then we put an auto charge turret behind there. Reinforced granite walls across this section. That needs to come up by 1. Cool. And then we can have another turret there as well. Not the most... how would you describe that? Useful? No, not useful. Efficient? That's the word I'm looking for. Efficient use of resources. But details. That is fine. Door goes there. That section's done. Bing, bang, bosh. Happy days. Nothing is coming through that way. Well, actually, any decently sized attack will just punch through it. But that's not what's designed to stop. It's designed to stop sappers. And to be fair, they don't really end up in a decent situation to move around the base anyway. And then granite wall that section. Then off the back of that, that's going to need power. Don't want to run through that rock face. Come across there. That's not going to work. Done. Easy. Easy fix. Turrets are done. That's done. And the ship has started. And with that, I need to bring the episode to the end. So thank you very much for watching Hives versus Zombies. I've been Konzi. Who likes, comment, sub, support have been amazing. You guys are awesome, and I'll catch you on the next one.